Hello, I'm Ndonosci. Today we're going to be playing Slay the Spire. Now, unlike other games that I've really put onto my channel, this I've played quite extensively. Unfortunately, a little while back I had to replace my computer. All of my files were saved locally, and so it's going to have me restart, which means I'm going to have to play through as the warrior. This is really not a review, this is just for fun. And so let's go through. We'll play as the Ironclad and show you some of the things that really we'll encounter in building our deck and attempting to get to the final area to deal some damage to a creature who will, quite frankly, completely own us. So let's start here. We have the tutorial. Alright, so he's going to do 11 damage. Now, my warrior has an ability where I'll heal at the end of each battle, so I can take 6 damage and still be at full health. So I'll only block 5 of it, and then I'm going to attack, and he'll hit me for 1. Which isn't that bad. Now he's going to power up, he's going to give himself some shield next turn. Let's go and bash him. Now this game has roguelike elements that will play, and as we play we'll unlock points, and as we unlock points we'll get access to new cards, but only a chance to get those new cards. Here we'll bash him again, and that'll only do 9 damage. Because of vulnerable, he'll take 50% more damage. And he's going to hit like a truck. But thanks to vulnerable, he'll be dead. It has roguelike elements. We'll get access to those new cards and we'll have a chance to draw them here. Now here we have Headbutt. I do like the effect to get things back. Clash, I typically have other cards in my hand left over, so not the best. I'm going to go with Headbutt. And then we'll just proceed down this path. Fight a creature who will gain strength every turn. And we have all of our strikes in our hand. Or at least a good number of them. Okay. Yeah, and I'll get the bash back. And that's all of our energy. So cards cost energy, which we see over here. Typically we'll only have 3. Alright. We'll finish it. Now that bash, which gives the vulnerable status, costs 2 energy, but it's very useful. Okay. So, this is kind of funny. The pummel becomes incredibly powerful with strength. We have flex over here, which would temporarily grant strength. Oh, I could get this, and you usually will be able to pick up some strength cards. Now, from what I know, the cards that you do have a chance to draw are kind of preset, at least unless things have changed. So some cards, even though we've unlocked them or yet to unlock them, they just won't ever appear. Let's continue on. And we're getting money, we're getting potions, we're getting a variety of things. Okay, these creatures will gain shield when we hit them. But considering... You know what, let's just get rid of their shields. And their shields will go away. And then they won't get any more shields. So I just need to hit this guy once and he'll die. Hit this guy twice. Alright. And you know, pummel. And then just finish him off with the headbutt. Get a dex potion. apply weak, that'll cut their damage down. Have clash again. Let's go and do clothesline. No. I have 145 money that I've been getting. If I go here, that'll lead to a campsite. But if I go here, that'll lead to an elite, which will drop an artifact, which we like. So let's go ahead, go this way, and hope that we made the right choice. Okay. So these guys, each time they're hit, their damage will increase. So we don't want to use pummel on them. But we could use pummel over here, because he'll grant weakness, and that's something we want to avoid. And I'll just take a ton of damage and go with it. Okay. So, gain our blocks, and then we'll lose those strikes. Still take a good amount of damage. And so maybe this was a mistake. And mistakes happen. Alright, so we'll do that. I'll put that up. And I'll want to make sure that I can defend myself. Now this next turn I'll want to make sure I finish that little gremlin off, because he'll just go up and then I'll take 4 damage. Yes, I've made some mistakes this time, and that's okay. Use our clothesline. Use our shield to make sure I don't take any more damage. I actually prefer the rogue quite a bit, but we won't have access to that until we complete a run with him. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with flex. I like flex. We have the shielding creatures again. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And the shield. Now he's going to apply a negative effect. I believe he's going to give me weakness. And he does. Okay. That is okay, because I'll be able to get rid of him. Go ahead and shield again, and I'm going to headbutt you. And we're just going to end their turn. Take a bit more damage. And again, it's okay to take damage. But we're going to have a choice to make on where we go next. So I'll flex for free. I gain 2 strength, which can partially overcome our weakness. Then we lose the 2 strength at the end of the turn. And he's buffed himself up. Except that I will apply that damage. I'll go with Iron Wave. I could use that. So here's that choice I mentioned. Now we'll have a campsite right here. And we can face him. The campsites will allow us to heal or upgrade a card. As we unlock artifacts, it'll do more. Now this guy has the effect that every time I perform a skill or a non-attack, non-power non-attack, he'll receive extra damage that he can do back. That's what he's going to cast this turn. For now though, I am going to clothesline him to do 12 damage. And that because I know he's not going to actually hurt me this turn. So he roars. And so here's a choice I have to make. Use flex, which will increase my strength by 2, but will increase his strength by 2 as well. I think it's worth it. Okay. I'll want to be able to keep applying weak. And so here we'll take 12 damage, and that's a little bit scary. We could end right here, but that's okay. I'll actually bash instead. Okay, so next turn if I can do 21 damage, which I don't believe I'll be able to. Okay. Here I'm going to drink to gain dexterity. Means I'll gain 7 block, and that's not a skill, so it won't increase his defense. Okay. And here we'll finish him off. So we get the money, and whenever we enter a rest site, start of next combat with 2 energy, which is good because we'll always enter a rest site before fighting a boss. So, not the best, but it is good. Alright. Now if we were going for a block card base, this would be wonderful. But I am hoping to get some more strength cards, or something to increase our strength. So we are low enough that we want to rest instead of upgrade a card. Upgrading a card is usually great, but let's go ahead and move on. Alright, so we flex, and see how it now does 4 damage times 4, so a total of 16 to kill that guy off. Go ahead and weaken you, gives ourselves a shield against you, and we'll move on. Give him a gold, huh? Okay. So we'll bash you, and then again gain our 5 block, and our turn. Alright. And then we'll finish him off. Now he could have run away with the money. Every time he hits us, he stole money. So we get 30 money back. That's our money that he took from us. 10 gold. Fear potion, we're up to max. And then we add a card to our deck. Okay, lose 6 HP, gain 2 energy, draw 3 cards. I'm not really going for exhaust. That could be useful. You know, let's go ahead and go with that. So here we'll get another artifact. This one says every time you play 3 attack cards in a single turn, gain 4 block. Very nice. Okay, so here we have a random event that can happen. Let's see what goes down. All right. Now we can remove a card from our deck, which will increase the chance of drawing good cards. Transform a card in our deck. That'll be somewhat random, or upgrade. I'm going to go with the free upgrade. And I like the idea of 4 strength. What about this? 5 block and pummel 5 times. I'm going to go with flex. And then here we're actually going to upgrade another card. And I'm going to go with pummel. Now if I can get that to go off, that'll be 6 times 5, that'll be 30 damage if we can get that combo to go off. Now this guy I'll split as I bring him down to half health. So we want to make sure that we do that. He's actually going to reduce the effectiveness of my block. The other blob is going to, there's another blob type that'll reduce the effectiveness of my attack. Fortunately I have clothesline here. And you see how I switched to question mark? I need to do as much damage as I can because his split form will have whatever health he has when he splits. Okay. And so he splits. So some baby blobs. And I'm going to do that. Flex. And a headbutt. and get our flex back. And then a random creature, and we'll deal 10 damage. And thanks to our ornamental fan. Oh, there you got that. And they can add bad cards to our decks. Okay. And so this will do 30 damage, but he only needs 2 hits, so that's that. Okay, Ethereal. Now, if Ethereal card comes out and you don't play it, it goes away. That is very tempting, though, for 20 damage. Fire breathing at the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to all enemies for each attack played this turn, unless I'm playing quick attacks, and there are ways to do that. It's not the best. I'm actually going to go with this. Having a guaranteed 3 block at the end of my turn is very nice. And here's that other choice. Do we fight another elite to get another artifact? There's not a rest immediately after. We could lose this, but that's okay. This game's meant to be played multiple times. Alright, we get our rage. We get that. So lots of armor this time around. 14 armor. Now they're going to add cards that will slow down my draw rate. They're also immune to the first status effect that they're hit with. Okay. So if I bash that, it won't do much good. Instead, I'm going to block as much as I can from this 18 damage because I'd like to play a little conservatively. That said, if I play too conservatively, they'll just load my deck with a constant source of those awful cards. Alright, so I'm going to headbutt, and I haven't gotten my flex back, but oh. Yeah. I'll block all but one of the damage. Could poison them, but again, they're immune to the first status effect. Alright, nice. So, bring that out. Play that. We're going to... Yeah, we'll go ahead and inflict 30 damage and slash him. And I have enough shield to prevent this damage. I do much prefer these, or facing these with my strategy, than I do that big red ogre. Okay. I mean, not the best, not much I can do there, but at least he won't hurt me. He'll add 2 more cards. Okay. Darn. Okay, and once again, I'll prevent all but 1 damage. So this is actually turning out pretty well. I'm glad I made this choice. Okay. So I'm going to headbutt, and I'm going to get my flex back. And then just to get rid of his one stat thing, I'll get rid of that. And there's nothing he can really do. I'm going to draw my cards, I'll have flex, and hopefully I'll have an attack. Oh, just 1 attack actually, but enough to wipe him out. So Bottled Lightning, upon pickup choose a skill. We're going to absolutely choose our flex. Okay. I do like Disarm. Enemy loses 2 strength. Now a lot of bosses recover strength or will get rid of status effects. But the benefit of this is that until it is gotten rid of, the creature hits for 2 less every attack. And it's really quite great. And I get that. Okay, so Rage, Flex, Headbutt to get Flex back. Hit him multiple times. And you can see with that flex, it's just amazing. There are better ways to get strength that doesn't go away, but it also works well with the rage card. Okay, so we have another flex, and that ethereal card again. That's very tempting. I could use a card that hits hard, but when I draw this, I'm basically obligated to play it. Yeah, I'm going with multi-hit. Let's see there. And we'll go ahead and... what'll that do? Just 3? No. That'll do 4. That's very tempting. 1 extra. But I like the idea of my flexes. Alright. And this creature. Okay. So, I will reduce his strength. Now he'll enter a form that I deal, or take damage every time I deal damage. So, it's not going to be completely effective, but it will be useful. Going to do our flex. Clothesline. Hit him, and just because we can, our shield. So 4 more damage, and he'll turn into that form. Okay. Oh, very nice. Flex. Oh, we're gonna actually bash him. And so this will do 45 damage. Okay, and we'll go ahead and end our turn. And here he'll cast his ability. So until he leaves this form, he'll deal 3 extra damage every time I hit. But I am actually going to just block for now. And you know what? I wouldn't mind poisoning him. Rage. Headbutt. Get our flex back. Okay. And we won't block all the damage. And he's back to his normal form. He's about to do 12 damage unless I can deal 40 to him. So use our flex. Use headbutt. Use our iron wave. And here we have a decision to make. I'm already going to block 8. I could block the... yeah, let's go ahead and block the full amount. Okay. Flex. Flex. He'll put up the shield as soon as I do that. That's okay. So this is going pretty well so far. Let's hope it keeps that way. So play shield. And we'll actually apply weakness. And block everything. Okay. So, rage. Flex. Alright. That ornamental fan granting that extra shielding is very useful. Okay. So bash, and we'll hit him with the boomerang. And that's first boss down. So get a rare card. If it really wanted me to go with exhaust. This is a game ender. 7 damage per card, plus flex, plus the strength, but both of those aren't really what we're going for. So here we will get a boss artifact. Heal 10, that's an upgrade. Having an extra energy each turn is nice, and it's usually what I'd go for, but I like the idea of healing 10 extra rather than 6. Okay. So I am going this route just so that we can hit the merchant on the way up. Now these guys take half damage until they're brought down. Once they're brought down, they'll actually take full damage and be stunned for the turn. But it takes 3 hits in a single turn to do that. So I'm going to flex, I'm going to double tap, and I'm going to do that. And the reason I did that, you notice that he dropped down to 0 of 5. So I'll take 5 damage this turn. And he will be weakened for 4 turns, thanks to the double tap. Okay. So they're going to hit for quite a bit. 25 damage total. Alright, flex. We are going to use metallicize. Really wish I could have hit him one more time. It's quite a bit of damage to take this very first combat round. That's okay though. Oh, wonderful. No damage for you. And you actually, this is going to take you down. I should have done this first. Okay. So flex, double tap, we're going to bash you twice. And so we're really in a position. Rage. So 19. Still takes some damage. Just 1. Okay. And that'll bring him down. So he can suffer that. Flex, flex, and 20 damage, because I said so. Okay, that is really good. Okay, let's discard that. Okay, so we've been going with the multiple hits. I'm going to go with Twin Strike. Oh, this guy. Not my favorite, but double flex for 50 damage. Another 20. And he'll hit us for 6. And then he'll do his special ability, which is not nice, but that's okay. I'll double tap him for 24 damage. Almost at 16, but I forgot about... Well, not 24. The second one hit it for more. Okay. And that was very much better. I'm going to go with dual wield. So another mystery event. Duplicate a card. Now you might think I'd go with flex, but having 2 of these would be very nice. So here we can remove cards, we can add cards. I don't actually like any of these. I'm just going to leave. Alright. I'm going to go risky. The healer and warrior combo. Let's get rid of the healer. Alright. Don't really want to do that this time around. So I'll just block most of the hit. We have our flex, metallicize. I am going to go with block again and just hit him for 10. Since the priest isn't there to heal him. Okay. And we'll add flex back to the top. So -2 strength, he hits for 2 less, but he still does enough to deal 4 to me. So first, rage. Flex, double tap, boomerang. Oh. Not quite enough energy, but I block his full force. Rage. Strike, boomerang. Okay, perfected strike. Now that is a great attack. Because I do have quite a few strikes. And let's see who we're facing. Oh, the minion summoner. Now if I kill the summoner, all of the minions, the ones with the skulls, will go away. I'd prefer to use that on Pummel, but we'll take what we can get. So, let's get rid of the shielder and deal some damage to him. Really, I should have applied my plated armor. Yes, and that hurt. Okay. So he's going to buff them. Let's go ahead and just add that, and you know what, I will use with my health being that low. So this plated armor, every time I take an actual point of damage, it'll reduce, but it'll add 4 shields. So right now I'm getting 7 shield, enough to fully block incoming attacks. Okay. Alright. So we will flex, and this right now will deal quite a bit of damage. And let's just gain some more block because I can. Okay, we're reducing him. We're going to have to deal with this minion soon. Okay. And we're going to throw that up. So here's where we actually take some damage. See how it went down to 3, that'll go down to 2 next. And I really need to finish him. I think this might be the end. So flex. Yeah, it's going to be the end of me. I made some choices. But here we will end. They'll go ahead and finish me off. So death, not quite the top. We get our score. Not enough to unlock the next set of items, but we do get our new character. And I quite like the rogue. So this was just a playthrough of Slay the Spire. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to see more of these games coming out, or more of the playthroughs and Let's Plays coming out, then hit the subscribe, hit the bell notification, so that you can get the episodes as they're revealed. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Ndonosci, and as always, have fun.